those of you who thought that the Patriots were imposters because they had a really easy schedule to make it to the Super Bowl, well, you'll be happy to know New England's schedule is out, and it's not pretty. It'll be tough. If they get back to the Super Bowl, nobody's going to complain about this schedule. But keep in mind, they had a last-place schedule. They didn't choose their schedule. They had 4 wins. The NFL wants parity. And they give you, I would say, reward, if you want to use that word, is a schedule that's a little more user-friendly. But that's how the league works. Style points, irrelevant. Results are everything. And the beauty of the NFL is there's always a reckoning. There's going to be a new one next year, or a couple. But New England has a first-place schedule, and there's no favors here, no shortcuts. They got the Bills, Lions, Seahawks, Packers, and Chargers. If they're for real, then they're going to prove it next year. But you start to look at the games that are on the road for the Patriots next year. They're at Buffalo, at Chicago, at Detroit, at Kansas City, at the Chargers, at the Dolphins, at the Jets, at the Jags, at the Seahawks. This will not be easy. And this is a situation where you might even see New England not even make the playoffs next year. Sometimes that rise, that fall is just as dramatic. All right, Seton, poll question. I also have Seattle's schedule here. Now, it doesn't tell you which weeks, but it does say that they will be at Arizona, at Denver, at the Raiders, at the Rams, at the Eagles, at the Niners, at the Commanders, at the Panthers. So it doesn't stand out as, wow, that's going to be some tough sledding. For the Patriots, yes, especially the road games. All righty. Poll question for hour 1 is going to be what, Seton?
Plus, you do have that sort of Super Bowl hangover effect. Yep. That is a real thing. You lose the Super Bowl, you usually don't do as well the next year.
Yeah, and you wonder what the hangover is going to be. Sometimes we'll look at a team that wins the Super Bowl and talk about the hangover. I really think the hangover is for the Patriots because you got Drake Maye. I don't know if he's going to have surgery on his shoulder. You got an offensive line that needs shored up. And you got to get some skilled position players, and you have a tougher schedule now. But you got a great head coach. And, you know, the fluctuation, if I look at the quarterbacks who were taken when Drake Maye was taken, and we talked about Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams and Bo Nix and Michael Penix and J.J. McCarthy, they're like stocks because we're going, that guy is way up here. He's NVIDIA. And then all of a sudden, Jaden Daniels comes back to earth. And then there's a little bit of Caleb Williams going up there. Hey, Bo Nix is doing something. Oh, J.J. McCarthy got to play in a game. And then you had, you know, what was going on in New England with Drake Maye. And if I said, let's redraft, right now, that class, if you were going to redraft that class, Caleb Williams going 1, Jaden Daniels, I don't know how healthy he's going to be. I don't know how healthy he's going to be throughout his career because of his size and the way he plays. Drake Maye almost won the MVP. Bo Nix stays healthy. I think he's playing in the Super Bowl. J.J. McCarthy, jury's out. Michael Penix, it's going to be his team. Jury's still out. But if you said, let's redraft, I'm probably taking Caleb Williams. But I'm taking Caleb Williams because I think that he has the right person, Ben Johnson, in his ear. Now, if you say I'm going to end up with Drake Maye, Jaden Daniels, or Bo Nix, okay, those are nice consolation prizes. But you start to look at this and we want to go, that guy's going to be great. So Jaden Daniels, maybe the greatest rookie season we've had for a quarterback. Caleb Williams up and down. Drake Maye, out of nowhere. Bo Nix, maybe the most experienced, him and Jaden Daniels. J.J. McCarthy, not a big fan. Michael Penix, I like the story, but I wouldn't have gone up in the draft to go get him. So you come down to probably 4 quarterbacks. And I don't know if it seems like a foregone conclusion Drake Maye would be the guy because he came a couple votes away from winning the MVP. But after the Super Bowl and after the playoffs, I would say that stock has cooled down considerably. I would say it'd probably be Caleb Williams, definitely, then Drake Maye, Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, and J.J. McCarthy and Michael Penix. Good luck with that. Yes, Eaton.
Yeah, it's weird. I feel exactly the same way. I don't really have a huge problem with that draft order still today. Even if it played out exactly the same and Drake Maye goes third instead of second, I totally get it. It all still seems right to me.
Yeah, Paulie.
Yeah, it is weird, though, because if this were doing the show in August, it'd be Jaden Daniels, and then there'd be a big drop to those other guys.
Yeah.
Big drop.
Yeah. But it's weird to be the runner-up for the MVP and having people question you going into next season. Usually it's, man, that guy's building on something. And I would say there's probably a lot more doubters than when the postseason started or even the Super Bowl. But that can fade away depending on what kind of season you have next year. But now you have a schedule that's far more demanding. And now we're going to find out maybe who Drake Maye is and who the Patriots are, at least in the short term. But they do have money. They have draft picks here. And once again, you got a great coach. The question is, you got to start to fill in some blanks here that were very, very wide open in the Super Bowl.